Hey guys, so I'm here today because Jaclyn Hill is launching lipsticks and you know I have thoughts about it. So if you didn't see, Jaclyn is taking the brave and noble step of launching liquid lipsticks, going where no woman has gone before and really changing the world. If you haven't seen her commercial, you might not know what I'm talking about. But Jaclyn is launching lipsticks, which is obviously a big deal because of Lipstick Gate. And I have thoughts, not so much about her launching lipsticks, but more so about how she's positioning this. And I mean, I still have some questions left over from the original Lipstick Gate. So before getting this video, subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. And you should stick around because it's fun around here. So before I start this video, I want to preface this by saying that I've been a pretty big Jaclyn Hill fan for years. I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. I have her second palette from Morphe that was patchy as fuck, and I did a whole video on how they changed the formula and didn't tell anybody. I bought the Vault. So you know, I have supported and been through the ups and downs of Jaclyn Hill launches one too many times. And I have always, regardless of my opinions about Jaclyn, I've always, you know, appreciated her opinion on makeup. She's recommended stuff that I loved, like we have the same vibes on makeup. But Lipstick Gate happened in 2019, and since then, I basically was like, I'm not going to support Jaclyn Hill. I think her second Morphe palette might have come out after that, and I might have bought it. But that palette was trash and patchy as fuck, and I, at that point, was like, bitch, you really have to stop supporting Jaclyn Hill. So a little backstory for those that don't remember Lipstick Gate, which is I kind of think what Jaclyn is banking off of. I am gonna literally go through her video line by line, but before that, I want to kind of go back to the original Lipstick Gate and touch on things that are outstanding, because I think Jaclyn's kind of hoping we all forgot all the drama. So if you weren't around for Lipstick Gate, in May of 2019, Jaclyn launched lipsticks. They were bullet lipsticks that were like, I believe, a cream formula. And when people started getting the lipsticks, the first instances on Twitter were grittiness. Like, the bullet looked fine, but as you swatched it, there was like texture in it that looked gritty. Originally, Jaclyn snapped back at the person who posted it and said that that's normal wear. Like, she was making it sound like it was like if you had chapped lips and you used the lipstick and so there were lines in your lipstick, but you could see textures in the lipstick, like little balls in the lipstick. So I mean, first of all, we could do a whole video on makeup CEOs who are also Instagrammers and how they don't know how to perform as CEOs on the internet. But other than that, there were also these fibers. So Raw Beauty Christie, if you didn't see, did a video where she like looked at the lipstick under a microscope. There were fibers both on top of the lipsticks and sticking out of them like little hairs. I'll never forget the memes of it looking like Angelica's doll from Cynthia from Rugrats. And there were also hairs embedded inside the lipstick. There's a video of a girl pulling a long black hair out of a lipstick. Ugh. And then there are also videos with people finding black hairs and black fibers in their lipstick. There are people who found metal shards and plastic pieces in their lipsticks. So this goes down and Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics goes silent for 5 days. And then Jaclyn posts a video talking about it where she basically blames the lab and says the lab fucked her over. And she says that the quality control, because her components are metal, are using white fiber gloves, like white cotton gloves, and the fibers are getting on top of the lipsticks, which, I mean, may sound like a plausible response at first, but please remember that this is quality control, so they're causing the quality control problems and not noticing it. And also, like, neoprene or latex gloves are standard in these practices. She also talked about like cleaning out vats with white fiber towels, like all just stuff that made no sense. And also I believe in this instance, or in my original video about this, I noted that Jaclyn was still in Florida while all this was going on, and I was kind of confused as to why she hadn't gotten her ass on a plane and got to her warehouse or her factory to, like, I don't know, knock some fucking heads around and get some answers, because I don't know if she was like, I don't know if the lab was telling her lies and she was too dumb to think about it that she regurgitated them, or if these were just the lies that her team came up with. No one knows. But basically what happened was we never got an answer. That happened, and then Jaclyn left the internet. She left, deleted all of her social media and was gone for months, and then she came back with a video like called like Where I've Been or My Truth or something, where she just like talked in generalizations and never really apologized. And then once again, basically like in lives after the fact, she had said the white fiber thing was not true, she found out, and then but then never told us what actually happened. Never. We still don't know what happened. No one knows what happened. Does Jaclyn know what happened? We'll never know. So since then, Jaclyn's launched highlighters, she launched the mystery boxes, and then she just launched blush bronzer duos and highlighters. And now she's coming out with lipsticks. And the thing that kills me with this is she posted a video about how she's coming out with lipsticks. And like, first I watched the video and I was like, this is cringe. But then I watched it a couple more times because like something about it irked me and I couldn't figure it out. And I've talked a lot about how Jaclyn is manipulative. I actually did a video about the Valentine's Day surprise mystery boxes and how like she had posted an Instagram DM she got about someone apologizing to her for being upset about the mystery boxes, and then her being like, wow, I've gotten so many messages like this, you're so great, which is just kind of her way of like gaslighting her audience and being like, see, these people are good people because they aren't holding me accountable for launching mystery boxes as my second fucking thing. So it's like she's very emotionally manipulative and she's very good at it. She uses her parasocial relationship with her subscribers to talk to them like they're friends, so that they feel like supporting her is like this amazing thing they're doing. And that's what bothered me about this video, is it was so emotionally manipulative. So I've literally written it down like line by line. So it starts with, when one door closes, another one opens, but sometimes you have to knock that door down. This positioning that a door closed makes it sound, it like removes her from the situation and it makes it sound like somebody closed the door on her, but that's not the case. In reality, Jaclyn closed that door. Like, she does a very good job of using like specific language to remove herself from the situation and make it seem like Lipstick Gate is something that happened to her and not something that she was an active participant in. Even if her lab fucked up or so-and-so fucked up or this person fucked up, it doesn't matter because she is the CEO of her brand. It's her brand and it was her responsibility. It was her fuck up and it was her failure, and it was her that lied to all of us about what was wrong, who never recalled the products when she could not guarantee they were safe, even though she said they were safe. And it was her who took like a month, maybe it wasn't a month, maybe a week or so to finally issue refunds to everybody who bought the lipsticks because she finally realized she couldn't fix the situation otherwise. Like, this wasn't something that happened to Jaclyn. This was something that Jaclyn actively did, even if it was up through her own negligence. And this like verbiage really makes it seem like it's removed from her. So the next she says, this is the most anticipated thing. And then she goes on to say like the most anticipated, the most whatever to me. And it's just like weird because like she's kind of talking about it like she's anticipated it, like it's anticipated for her. But like usually when you say like the most anticipated, it's like from your audience. So that, like, even though she's not saying people are anticipating it from her, like that's the way it comes across. Like you think like, oh, this is anticipated, like people are asking for this, which like quite honestly, like she's making it sound like she is like she is shattering the glass ceiling by doing lipsticks. Like it's just so, it's such a weird video. There's like inspirational music playing in the background. It's very like Boss Babe vibes. I saw Hannah from Smoky Glow say that it felt a little like MLM-y when like, you know, all like the girl boss vibe stuff where it's like, it's not that deep, it's lipsticks. But it's, again, the wording she's using is making people think that it's anticipated from them. So like they think, oh, other people must be anticipating this. Also, it's kind of weird to me that she's doing liquid lipsticks and not bullet lipsticks. Because like, first of all, if you want to talk about how brave you are for doing this, doing bullet lipsticks again would be more brave. If she launched the same collection again, that would be more brave. But it's more weird to me because like liquid lipsticks are dead. No one wears liquid lipsticks anymore. I mean, most people aren't wearing lipsticks anymore because you have to wear a mask all day. But like liquid lipsticks had their moment, and it was like a year before your original lipstick launch. Like they didn't come back. People are over liquid lipsticks, so it's weird to me that like she went from doing bullet lipsticks, which honestly made sense at the time, and we're like, oh, interesting, because most people are putting out liquid lipsticks, and she was like doing something different, and it was like right with the times, to now going back and doing liquid lipsticks. Also in her launch video, she literally doesn't talk about the formula one time. I'll get to the launch video afterwards because I want to kind of talk about some of the verbiage in the beginning of that, because she does play this commercial at the beginning of it. But it's interesting to me that she doesn't talk about the formula, because like liquid lipsticks are not one thing. Like I have satin finish liquid lipsticks, I have more comfortable liquid lipsticks, I have those dry fucking ColourPop liquid lipsticks that suck all the moisture out of you. Like there are different liquid lipstick types, and it's weird to me that she like just didn't mention the formula. So then she says, it's more than makeup. It's important for me to be a role model. I just want to say what a role model does is takes accountability for their actions. What a role, like I understand she's trying to like say like, oh, I failed and I got back up. I fucked up and I got back up. But like an actual role model would be transparent, would talk about what they actually did wrong. You know what this also reminds me of? It reminds me of every fucking like self-help fucking entrepreneur, speaker, like the Tony Robbins kind of people who just like say inspirational shit, but it has actually no meaning to it. Like it's important for me to be a role model and this and that. And it's like, okay, but like how? Doing what? Like I want factual things. I don't want you to just say buzzwords. And then she says, to young girls who are different, who are bullied, who have a big dream, you can be whatever you want to be. Like, what does little girls being bullied have to do with this? Because even if Jaclyn's talking about like her own childhood where she didn't fit in, like we're way past that. And again, she's using the words bullied and different to make it seem like what happened after the lipstick launch was her being bullied. That word is not thrown in there for no reason. It's because she thinks that she was bullied after the lipstick launch. And listen, there are people who attack Jaclyn for shit that she should not be attacked for her weight, for her fillers, for all sorts of dumb shit. And I know that those people do dilute other people, but the rest of us are just calling for accountability and transparency. And quite honestly, Jaclyn deserved most of the feedback she got based from the lipstick launch, because she handled it poorly. She didn't acknowledge it. She never told us what actually happened. Everything she did tell us was lies. So it was just like, it's just like weird that she's equating this with little girls who are bullied. Like, listen, Jaclyn, you have had your platform for a long ass fucking time. Like you could have made this statement when you started your lipstick launch, but now it just feels like you're tying this back to the original lipstick launch and then saying to girls who are bullied. And it just makes me feel like she's trying to, again, push the blame off of herself, separate herself from that, and act like she was attacked for no reason, when again, this was her fault. It's also interesting to me that she says, you know, little girls who are dreaming, you can do anything you want to do. And it's like, Jaclyn, your company was literally bought by Morphe because you sell products for Morphe like it's your job. Like, you're not a little girl with a dream anymore. Like, you've come far past that. You're now shilling products for Morphe, and it's just so weird to me that like you equate that back to like a little girl with a dream, because like I understand it like conceptually, but I also have to you also have to understand that like she's not relatable anymore. She's not an attainable goal anymore for normal people. So it's weird to me that she positions it like that. She then says, you're the one in control of your life and your destiny. Like, this is lipsticks. This is a lipstick launch, and this girl is acting like she is changing the world. It's not that deep. But she's making it that deep because she wants you to think it's that deep, and then you feel better for supporting her. Then she brings her nieces into it and says, when I look at my nieces, I have no choice but to stand up and be the best I can be for them. Like, listen. even if your lipstick launch, like, I don't think that Jaclyn should have had her lipstick launch and then like gone away forever. And also she has $1 quadrillion, so like her standing back up is not hard because she didn't like lose all her life savings in her first venture. You know what I mean? Like, she has the money. She had Morphe is now like owns her company. So like she has money to play with. Like, it's not like she's in this hopeless situation. I understand it was hard for her. I understand, like, I totally understand that the launch sucked, and I don't believe she ever went into the launch thinking that it would happen, but just like the fact that she's like bringing her nieces into this, it's just like so built like an inspirational fucking like we started from the bottom, now we here story, that it's just so bizarre to me because, again, like, she's acting like things happened to her. Then she ends it with, own your mistakes, own who you are, and be pout-spoken. I don't know how you can say pout-spoken with a serious face, but own your mistakes. This is also a thing. So she's saying that she owned her mistakes because it's very easy to be like, I owned my mistakes. I took accountability. Influencers are always saying, I'm taking accountability, but like, just saying I'm taking accountability or saying I've owned my mistakes doesn't mean you did it. Like, when did she own her mistakes? She never told us what happened. Like, sure, she gave people refunds, but she refused to recall the products. She lied and then just left the internet for months on end and came back with still no truth about what actually happened with the lipstick launch. Like, how am I supposed to, and like, again, I said, I believe Jaclyn should have a second chance, but like, how am I supposed to give her a second chance if I don't know what the fuck went wrong? I don't know what she learned. It's just like all vagueness and inspirational quotes. It's just like, again, it's so emotionally manipulative because she's making it sound like this is some redemption arc for her and that like you'd be a terrible person if you didn't support her. Like, this is so dramatic. So then I want to just touch briefly on the intro of her video. So in her video, she talks about the lipstick launch, but she talks about it where in terms like this. She says, I had lots of ups and downs. We know what happened when I launched the lipsticks. So she's not going to tell you what happened because anybody that's new, again, anybody that's new, a new subscriber of hers, she doesn't want them to know what happened. And people that were around back then, like, honestly, I went back and I watched old Lipstick Gate videos from myself and Smoky Glow. And there were things that I had forgotten. Like, I had forgotten the multitude of lies that Jaclyn had levied. And so Jaclyn's hoping that there's enough space and time between where she was at Lipsticate and now. And she's had like 2 semi-successful launches. And she's just hoping that people forget all the details. And all they remember was that there were hairy lipsticks and Jaclyn's lab fucked her over. Like, she's not going to tell you any details. She says, you know, don't give up, live your truth, be outspoken and let the world know what you think. I'd love to know for you to live your truth and tell me what happened with the lipsticks. No? Okay, cool. And she also says stuff like, I messed up in the past, but I believe in this formula. And in the video, she does that thing. If you've ever watched any Jaclyn Hill video, when she's launching a product, she says like, I worked really, really hard on this shade, and I worked really, really hard on this, and I worked really, really hard on this, and I was such a stickler for this, and I was such a stickler for that. And it's funny because she does it in every single video, and she says the same thing over and over and over again. And I think it's just like drill it into your brain. But what's funny is if you go back and watch the original lipstick launch video, she says the same shit, and clearly that doesn't make it true. Like, Jaclyn is still glossing over the past. Jaclyn still refuses to actually live in her truth and tell us actually what happened. Like, for me, I honestly don't even mind her using the lipsticks as a redemption story for this launch, but I wish she would have done it in a less fluffy, pointless, like, hollow, empty way. I wish she would have done it by like actually sitting down in front of the camera and telling people what happened with the first launch, telling me what she learned, and telling me the things she put in place to make sure it doesn't happen again. It doesn't need to be an hour-long video, but honestly, if she just touched on those points, even briefly, I think it would make so much more of an impact. Because like, it's very clear to me that right now she's just speaking to her target core audience. Like, she has her stans that will forever support her, and she's kind of just banking on those people still existing. But there are people like me and many others who were on the fence during Lipstick Gate, and the way she handled it really kind of pushed us off the fence. Like, I don't want to support her brand. I mean, first of all, I think it's overpriced for being a fucking Morphe brand, but there are people that are on the fence. There are people that don't trust her anymore, and instead of building that trust through honesty, she's hoping that she can just put enough time and space between her broken trust and now that people will forget why they didn't trust her. People will forget all of the lies that she's told multiple times over many failed launches. Like, the lipstick launch was literally, I've heard people say like, oh, like in recent memory, it's one of the worst launches. No, this was the worst makeup launch in history, hands down. I would dare you to try to tell me another one. Please leave it in the comments if you can think of another makeup launch that was as disastrous as this one, because I don't think it exists. So yeah, I want to put this video out because I want you guys to understand the way Jaclyn positions stuff, because it's very easy to get sucked in and not think about it. I'm a very cynical person, and because I've been analyzing Jaclyn now ever since the Lipstick Gate, I kind of have seen more and more how she manipulates her audience, and I just want people to be more aware of that, because I think it's important, because it's very easy to be emotionally manipulated through Jaclyn, but I think you need to kind of take a step back and realize that, like, she still hasn't told us what happened. She's still a person who lied about her launch, and that's not okay to me. I don't want to support her, and I think that she needs to do better. So that is what I think about the Jaclyn Hill inspirational video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Am I looking too deep into this? Do you guys still support Jaclyn or trust Jaclyn? I also think her branding is kind of weird. Like, it's so strange for me. Like, personally, I like a brand that has like a consistent branding throughout. Like, think of like NARS packaging or Fenty packaging. But when I look at the Jaclyn Hill packaging, it's like she has the black packaging for the duos with the rose gold J. She has this packaging, which is for the lipstick, which is a matte black with rose gold lettering. Then she has gold packaging for the little highlight, like loose highlights. Then she has, I think, silver packaging with the rose gold J for the regular highlights, or is it just rose gold packaging? It's just weird to me. Like, where is the consistency? Like, I feel like Jaclyn's the kind of person that just like thinks of a cute packaging idea and does it instead of thinking about her brand holistically. And also, I saw the blush duos in Samantha Ravenel. Actually just posted a video about it that I watched while I was getting ready today, and they're fucking ginormous. Like, when I looked at them originally, I was like, oh, they're like the NARS ones, but like, they're like this thick and like this big. They're huge. And I also hate the bevel. Like, I like the, like, usually her packaging looks kind of like gaudy and extra, which like is some people's vibe, but I really hate the beveled J on top, because then you can't stack your makeup, which is so weird for me, because like, I understand like as a general consumer that might not work, but Jaclyn's fan base are usually makeup girlies, because like that's the industry she's in. So it's weird to me that she wouldn't think about storage. I don't know. That was just like a side tangent. Let me know what's down below what you guys think about the new Jaclyn video. Do you think it was emotionally manipulative? Do you think liquid lipsticks are a stupid thing to launch right now? Because like, who are you guys wearing liquid lipsticks right now? I'm wearing a bullet right now. Like, sometimes I'll wear liquid lipsticks like to film, but I'm not like buying liquid lipsticks anymore. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!